Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Bianca, if you don't already know me. I am going to this interview. I just have another one, right? It's for the county. I'm excited. It is very far, but pays well. I've been doing this challenge for maybe like 3 days for having no makeup. It's been a big deal because, as you know, in my channel, I would always put makeup on just to be, I guess, more presentable. I always been that way. And it's been a challenge because I was so used to wearing makeup for interviews, for work, everywhere I went, groceries, just to look good. But you know how we were all born with the way, our skin. We're born the way our skin is. Some of us have acne, some of us don't. Some of us don't, there's just so many different types of skin type, right? And for me, it's been a challenge just literally just going out without makeup. It's gotten to the point where I felt insecure without makeup. Like I literally felt insecure. And I think there's a point to makeup. It could be a positive way, which I would take it as an art form. And I would also take it as like a necessity. Like I need it, But most of us, all of us, I should say, we have that mentality that we need these things to be fulfilled and be accepted, be validated. But the reality is that we should already embrace what we were born with. We already, like for example, for me, I was already born with small eyebrows. I was born with acne prone skin. I had an accident, so bearing my scar, this scar here, has been an insecurity of mine for like the longest since I was a kid in middle school. I now stopped hiding it because in middle school I used to like have my hair I literally have my hair like this just so that I could cover my scar. And then when I started, using makeup, I started using the makeup to cover it up. And then now I was just more like, oh, I should embrace this. I should embrace this beautiful piece of me now, that I should love that. I should love every part of me, every part of my skin. And again, like when you do challenges like this, or at least for me, it's just like a big thing. It's a big thing because today, since I'm going to interview, I usually again put makeup on. But today, I'm not. It's I think the first interview I actually go to that I don't wear makeup. It's a big deal. It really is for me. And I'm just going to put sunscreen, which I already did. I always use this one because it's always been good to me, So this brand, La Rouche, has really made my skin a little better. And it has high protectant. I like using high protectant for the face and the neck, because it's your face, you want to protect it as much as, SPF it has coverage. I think it's the best. So I'm gonna use this for my hair. I haven't even done I think the most I've straightened my hair was probably like twice this year. I've been bearing my natural curls. I used to be the one just wanting to straighten it all the time and always trying to be against myself, right? And I just want to teach myself, and as well as others, that, you just got to be comfortable in your own skin, literally. You got to put yourself out there to really own it. Literally own it. Own your skin, own your hair, because that's what makes us all unique, right? And I gotta say, it's not easy again. But when you challenge yourself and you know that you're mentally capable of doing these things, it will become easier when you keep practicing it, right? As I do still have, I don't have foundation anymore, but I do have lipsticks. I do have lip glosses. And I can show you. I can literally show you. 1 second. So this is what I have. I still have the lashes. Still have this stuff. I sometimes do curl it, which I am going to curl my lashes. And then I do have my wipes. And then my eyeshadow. I'm just challenging myself to know that I don't need these products. I don't need them. If I feel like I want to wear them, I will. But since I've been doing this challenge, I've been doing my best not to put any makeup. So we'll see how this goes. And I'm gonna curl my lashes. I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury lash curler. And yeah, just to most girls out there, that you feel like you necessarily need the makeup just to be out, be accepted from society. You don't need it. It's like, I feel like this year has been a spiritual journey for me, and I feel that since I've been going to church, I not as consistent as I want to, because work always invades my time. So, but when I do go to a church, I do embrace that He will accept me for who I am, how I was born, how I am as an individual, what my challenges are, what I need to work on, and it's acceptance of myself. That has been such a huge impact in me, because I guess growing up, I had this thing that I couldn't be myself. I was always closed up, never really talked to much of my family members. And the only connections I'll have is probably one person. The one that impacted me the most was just the only real relationship I ever had, which was a really good connection, I thought. But sometimes when you rely on just that one person, it's like, oh my God, my life, it's changed. It could be for the good, it could be for the bad, but honestly, it has impacted me a lot. Like I needed to figure out what I like to what I don't like. Because when you enter relationships, when insecurities, you start to develop these things within them, if that makes sense. And then you start being like jealous of other girls that get attention from someone, your partner, which it shouldn't happen. You just start to feel like that other person is better than you, and you just want them to move on away from you. At least that's how I thought. I thought that, I think I'm better off alone. I think that this person is not right for me. And I always thought that every time somebody was making time for me. I always had that negative mindset. Always had that mindset of, who, like the intentions of people. Like when they're in a relationship, at least in my mind, I'm like, what are their intentions with me? Like, what do they want from me? Sometimes when you take that time to, realize those things of what the intentions are, you don't see them till sometimes later. It took me like freaking 9 years to realize that. Sometimes it still lingers in my mind, and I wish it can be erased. But sometimes you got to go through these kind of things so you can understand what you went through, the healing process of it all. It's not the mindset of when things end, oh, it's because I'm ugly. Oh, it's because I wear too much makeup, or maybe I bored him, or maybe, all these negative things that because things end, you start feeling that way. And like, I don't know, you just start judging yourself. At least I started to be more critical of myself. Like, oh, why do I do that? You know, that's why relationships for me, it's such a freaking challenge. Like, it really is. It feels like, you know how you're going through your own path, your own personal issues, and yet when you bring someone else into your life, they're gonna have their own issues as well. And when you sometimes work together, it will work. Then at times it just won't. And you gotta be okay with those things. At least for me, I don't know what I'm doing sometimes. You know, sometimes I feel like the dating this era is just like confusing the shit out of me. Sorry to cuss, but it's just confusing. And I just felt like there's a lot of hard lessons I went through that I honestly don't want to speak about it. I don't want to speak about it because it's the fact of the judgments out there and how they see things. But again, it's those hard lessons. You gotta listen to those things, because I know what you want is not what you need. And I heard that from my mother yesterday when she told me that you need things that will benefit you, like from here and out. You shouldn't get the things you want temporary, because they're gonna temporarily be little pieces of your time, your life, and there's just gonna be too much confusion if you do those temporary things. But yeah, it has made me realize a lot of things, especially social media wise. I take a lot of positive things from social media, and then at the same time it kind of consumes me a bit, where you kind of get addicted to like watching YouTube a lot, and then I started doing the comparing thing. I was like, here I am, and they're further away from me with success and stuff like that. But again, it shouldn't be that way. That's why I'm taking a break from applying so much makeup, and I just take so much time, and every day, like, I would have to wake up an hour earlier just to put makeup on my face. And it just started becoming a habit of mine. I'm just like, oh man, like, I used to love it, and now I kind of don't really like it. It's like, that's when I started, I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna start this little challenge for myself to see how much I can really fix little bits of myself, like, to put back together, like loving every part of it. Like, I'm gonna zoom in. I wonder if I can zoom in. Let's see. I don't think I can zoom in because I record on my phone like all the time. But here is my skin. I think it has gotten way much better than from when I was younger, because before I had so much acne everywhere. But now I have like little bits, and you know what? It's not a big deal. I gotta embrace everything, parts of me. And I want you to too. Because we have beautiful skins, we have beautiful faces, we have beautiful everything. You know, I feel that we all do. And sometimes we over criticize because someone else looks different than we do. But we have to bring that piece of beauty in the world too. So there's probably like a lot of things that I probably talk about on here that just doesn't make sense. I spontaneously have different ideas in my mind that just pop in my mind, and I say them to you guys. So if I don't make sense, I'm so sorry. But as for that, like, I don't know, like, for me, I like to smell good, right? So I like using perfume. Lately I've been using 3 perfumes, which is the Cosmic from Kylie Jenner. And I got this one, the Lancome. This bottle, it smells so good. It smells like cinnamony. It smells like that, kind of spicy a little bit. And then my favorite, which is the Carolina Herrera. These are the only 3 perfumes I like to put. It does smell all day, and I do love the smell of it. So I like to smell good. That's one thing I like to, and I like to look good too. You know, because when you look good, you feel good, right? So that's just my new like rhythm of things. Even with clothes too. I always been like a simple colored person. Like I love basics. I love jackets like oomph your whole attire. Like that's how I feel about it. And then with shoes, I'm not a big shoe person, but when it comes to comfortability, I like it, and I'm a boot girl. I love boots. Always been a boot person. But again, like I learned a lot this year, like even with finances, like I feel like you need to know how to invest in order to have, like, how I say, your money work for you. I'm learning that a little bit. My dad gave me this like book that I'm reading little by little, Infinity Investing. And as much as it's confusing, I mean, I do my best to understand what the book is saying, but it's like you got to put your money to a job too. You can't, because I've been splurging a lot too, like just like everyone else, like consuming a lot of like junk that doesn't benefit me in like providing money for me. So I feel like, coming from me, I feel like I want to be in a better relationship with money, and that's what I want to make better. If I don't do good with relationships with people, I could do a relationship, like I know I can do good with money. You just gotta put your mindset in it, you know. That's, and then do a consistent basis of putting money aside for investing in something that you enjoy and love, and as long as it's bringing money back to you. That's basically what the book is saying, like infinity, like going back, right, like a machine. So that's a little gist of it, of what I've learned. But yeah, there's a lot to learn as a 30-year-old, at least for me. I learned so much throughout this year, at least being on my own, like a lot. I started to realize, like, I do face challenges. I think I posted a video earlier about that I got into therapy, and then they mentioned I had like bipolar issues, or like not issues, but like bipolar like diagnosis. I did have like mood swinger, like a mood stabilizer before, and it does numb. I'm gonna say like it numbs you, like it puts you to sleep. Like the medication I was taking, I don't like it. Like, yes, I had good sleep, but like half the day I would be half asleep. Like I would just be sleepy all the time. And I feel like sometimes when you have other coping mechanisms other than, like, you know, medication, I feel like you can do things on your own that can help you, like doing an exercise you enjoy to do, you know, go for a walk every now and then, read a book, stuff like that. I love to be on my own a lot, and then sometimes I question myself later, like, why am I alone all the time? That's sometimes with my brain. It's like, I know I suffered like a car accident, like I've told you, I think in previous videos, that I've suffered like a car accident as a kid, and I think right now as an adult, my mind has like been a challenge, just getting back to rhythm of adulthood. So kind of like a big change too, because I don't know, I get into my in my feelings quite a lot. But I don't know, that's just how it's been for me in my mind. I don't know. But yeah, anyone that's going through something, you just know that I'm here, I'm any type of comment you guys say, like, you're gonna have a good reaction any type of comment. It's people are going through all their own different things, right? And as well as like going through like, like the way you look, and then how you like to be perceived or how you don't like to be perceived, or all types of things. Like, for instance, I lately I've been thinking about like friends, right? I'm like, literally, what are friends for? Like, in my mind, I'm like, what do I want in a friend? I was like, I want support, yes. I would like, how do you say, like, contribution and quality time and humor, loyalty, those type of friends that are hard to find. So it's like I'm very selective when it comes to friends, because the way I put out things in the past and even as now, like I'm so nicer to people than my own self. And those kind of love and admirations I should put in myself. That's what I've been noticing too myself. So just know that, we're human beings. We all go through all different things. And one of mine have been, I don't know, just the way I just how my face looks without makeup. Like, it's been a big deal. Like, I can't like stress that enough. It's just it sounds really ridiculous, to be honest, because I know there's people that are like worse off. They gone through way worse than I have gone through. And I'm not saying that mine is not being considered, but it's like, it's just that you need to, you as in me, when I say you, I mean me. I should realize how beautiful, how smart, how capable, how strong and resilient I am. Because as emotionally talking to you guys about, I don't know, my diagnosis and all that stuff, it's like personal stuff, but you know what? I just put it out there just to know that, just to share this kind of thing, that it's a personality, identity kind of thing, where especially when I get to know people, I like lose myself. I like put my energy into this person, kind of like this, right? And it goes like that. But when that person just starts to detach, I start to be like, kind of like this, like confused, like where am I? Like, I forgot what I like to do. Like, I lost myself. I lose myself within people. And when I've been detached from my brother, I've been detached from my brother's, fiance, then my ex-boyfriend, like all those things, all that, even my mom, like I lost myself because I was like, who am I without them? And then I started realizing some other people's point of view when I would meet people at church. They'll say beautiful things to me. But then when I would meet strangers, as in like people, like men online, they'll just say the most nicest thing online. But then when you meet them in person and start to get to know you, they start criticizing you in some ways that it's like, I don't see myself like that. You don't, and you don't understand how I come across. And then you're judging me, all these things. So it kind of messes with your mind a bit, at least for me. And it doesn't become easy. It becomes harder, especially dating. Because I know I come with my own package. I mean, like my own, like my baggage. But I know I have a lot to offer in people, in life. I have a lot to offer in work. I have a lot to offer in society. I know that I do. I know that I do. Because there's a lot of challenges out there that, again, far worse than me, right? And these little minuscule little things that people find minuscule, it's a big deal to me. Like, it's a big deal that I constantly practice, right? I'm like nervous to like go like this for an interview because I feel like bare, you know? But I feel that that's what God wants me to do. He wants me to be, or to come to life as me, not as a facade and makeup, as a different person, like just as me, and not to perfect what naturally is. That's what's important. Don't perfect what naturally is, because that within yourself is tremendously beautiful. As they all say, right? Beauty is not gonna last forever, as the outside, right? Like beauty as in, you're not gonna be young forever is what I'm saying. You're gonna be older, you're gonna get older, and that's something that should be allowed. Anytime I have like little white hairs, I will like literally plug them out. I'm like, I don't want to get old. I don't want to get old. But it's like, that's what life is. We're gonna get old. We're gonna get older, and we just gotta accept that. That's just what life is. Can't be scared of that. Can't live in fear. Trust me. Don't live in fear. There's a lot of uncertainties, but when you practice things for the good every day, it starts to get easier that way. And your mindset starts to be stronger, knowing that you're able, you're capable, and you're strong to do these things. We should always know about the abilities that we have and how much we have overcame, how much of a better person you are today, and to focus on those strong aspects. Because if you don't, you know where that goes. It just doesn't go, it just goes into a, not a good, in a good direction. So just wanted to share that with you guys. I want to like truly tell you that you are completely naturally beautiful in your own way. And social media has impacted us all, however you're taking it. But also it has consumed us a lot. But if everyone in this world would share how their life is and how they are in a person, in a human being, how they feel, how they are as a person, their personality, everything, we would get to know everyone how they are naturally. And that would be really awesome to see, because I've seen a lot of interesting people on YouTube, and I admire their gifts, man. They have cooking gifts, they have art, they have beauty, they have I don't know, like adventurous videos, even fun humor. Like there's all types of things on YouTube. And my gifts are being public about myself. I've been in theater and on stage all my life. Kid you not, since I was little, since I was a kid. And then that's why as an adult, I could be somewhat open, as I can record myself about being vulnerable and feeling anxious, talking about insecurities. And I'm not afraid, because I already know what's coming. Great things are coming. And yeah. I don't know what you got out of this stuff, but, or out of this conversation, but there's just so much, that you are able to accomplish in your life. whatever challenges you come across, you can do it, because I know God wants that for all of us. Go through the challenges. He tries to break us because we're going through he wants us to have a breakthrough. And that's what I've been feeling this year. A breakthrough. Not needing people in my life to be fulfilled, to be needed, to be validated. Like he wants me to know that I am capable on my own, and that I can accomplish things on my own way and my own path. And trust me, it breaks you down when you go through these tough times, because it's been a dark challenge. And yeah, with you alone, you're like you versus you. It's a thing that I had never gone through. I always ran away from it. As a kid, when challenges would come to me, I would run from them all the time. Came to an adult, I was like, the challenge, like I can't face these things. It's becoming like, it became such a heavy rock in my back. Like, I don't know how I'm gonna do this, dude. Like, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I fight my mental sometimes, where it's like, there's a no, you can't, and then there's a yes, you can. So I always try to go this way, because I know I am capable of these things. And I want that for you too. I want you to challenge yourself on what you want to focus for the future, and what you want better for yourself, to accept yourself as your own, for now and then to the future too. So that would become easier for you. Whatever works for you might not work for others, as well as like skin types too. Someone says to wear, I don't know, like little things on your skin, your acne scars, it might not work for another person. And hair products, they might not work for another person. Like makeup wise, it's not gonna work for everybody. It's just not. You have to figure it out. You have to figure it. Does this work for my skin? What are you noticing about your skin? What are you noticing within yourself, your personality? What do you want to make better? Those are the type of things that I've gone through myself, and still going through these things. It's not the end. I still continue to, work through them. Because again, it's not going to happen overnight. It's not. It takes practice. Everything takes practice. And even the way you are with yourself, you want to bring love and joy outside towards people, and compassion. I don't record everything I do, because I don't want to be recording everything I do. When I see a bum outside, he's unfortunate. So when I have $5, $3, whatever I have, I give them. Because those kind of things no one can ever go through unless things happen, right? But I always think of people in my shoes. No. I think of others. No, like, yeah, I think of others. Like, let's say, what if that were me? How would I feel? That's how I think. Because I like to feel compassionate for others when it comes to those things, because most hard times no one would understand that, because if you haven't gone through it yourself, you wouldn't know. And not that I've gone through those things, but trust me, like by myself, without even kids, it's a challenge just being in a space that I'm renting, a studio with a dog. It's a challenge, just like keeping up with stuff like groceries, your supplies for cleaning, your deodorants, your hygiene stuff. Like, oh my God, am I gonna have money for that? Like, it's just the managing money thing. That's what I've been telling you, like that managing money. It's like you gotta keep that money in. Don't just freely give it out. Like my dad's been telling me, like, don't freely just give it out. you know, but these things you need, the necessities, those are the important things that you do need. And I would always focus on the things I want, but that's not what's necessary. It's a practice thing, okay? Anyway, guys, thank you for just being here and just hearing me and listening to what I gotta say. I appreciate your guys' time, and I appreciate your guys' comments. I appreciate you just welcoming me on my spontaneous thoughts. Yeah, so I appreciate you guys so much. You guys just have no idea. I don't know how I made 530 subscribers within this year. Like, you guys made that happen, man. Like, without you guys, man, I don't know. Like, you guys been my friends throughout, I don't know how many years. I think 8 years, and I opened a YouTube channel thing. It's just been great. It's just been great. You guys been making it just like a home to me. You know, just like but yeah, I love you guys, and again, I hope you guys had a great Christmas. I hope you guys have even a better more holidays to come, as well as a new year. And just hang on, man. Just hang on, because that makes you resilient when you go through tough times, and it makes you even happier and grateful within the way when you do get through them. So, love you guys, and see you guys in my next video. Bye.